My name is Steven Zonderak. I am the owner of a licensed real estate brokerage in Westchester County, New York, Astor Lane Realty. I've been in the real estate business since 2012. I started off in licensed real estate sales, and in 2015 I met Frank and Larry and I started working with them in direct to seller. That year I think I wholesaled them a handful of deals, but they were obviously great to work with. They gave me certainty. They were trustworthy. Half the time I didn't even have to get the property under contract because I trusted them. Once they closed on a deal, they cut me a check and that was it. There was no worrying about them kind of going around and doing anything unethical. So that was really important to me when working with them. When you're dealing with homeowners who can't sell their home, through a realtor and through a normal process, what you're basically selling them on is certainty, right? So they're basically taking a portion of their equity and they know they can get more on the market, but they're willing to take a little bit less because we're giving them certainty. And when you have someone who's buying your deals and you know that they're experienced and they've been doing this for a while and you can count on them to close on a deal, I think that's everything to me. Knowing these guys for the time that I have, just seeing how they've grown and just seeing, the type of reputation they have in the area, right? They do what they say they're gonna do. They do things quick. Time kills deals. So we're always making sure that, we're not letting a lot of time lapse, whether, it's making sure the homeowner understands what we're doing, what we need to get out of the way and stuff like that. Person where I'm a sponge, as long as I've been in this business, I still don't know what I don't know. Network, it sounds cliche, but your network is basically your net worth, right? To be able to have people that where, this person knows this person, and even though you may not know them directly, there may be 2 or 3 degrees of separation, but when I'm recommending someone, I'm basically putting my reputation out there. And I think it's the same thing with these guys. When, I'm recommending them, I know for a fact that they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do. So, and I think vice versa. When they recommend me for something, they know I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. So I think that's everything. But when it comes to networking, it's just basically, you never know who can get you to where you wanna get to by you helping them get to where they wanna get to, right? To me, I'm all about contribution and not expecting anything back regardless, just being out there helping people. So, and I think these guys are at that point where they're doing the same thing. They'll give without expecting anything in return. When you simplify it the way that they do, it's all about people connecting with people, right? Like, we're putting ourselves in a position where we're trying to understand how we can solve a seller's problem. So that's really what it comes down to, right? If we meet a homeowner and they're not looking to have their problem solved, we're not going to try to, sell steak to a vegan, so to speak, right? So it's about making sure that we go deep and not wide, where we're making sure we're getting to the root of the problem and seeing how we can help them. And I think these guys do that great, and a lot of the people that work within their firm, I think they got that down pat. So I was smart enough, like I said, before I even did my first deal, I reached out to these guys. They were marketing themselves as cash buyers, and I said, look, I have a deal. I didn't want to do it on my own, so they kind of like mentored me, and they helped me through the rough patches of trying to get these deals to close, because there's a lot of variables that go in this business, right? And especially in New York, wholesaling and flipping, it's not as complicated, I hate to say it, in other states. In New York, there's a bunch of hurdles, and to be able to know how to do it here and do it well and do it efficient, that says something. Or like I mentioned before, like, your network is everything, right? So it's kind of like going to the gym. If you go by yourself, you're gonna have a hard time sticking with it. But when you're going through the rough times, when you got people saying, hey, I've been through this before, or I can help you out with this, and they help you tackle that problem, I think that's something that has really kind of helped me continue to push through and be like, all right, I know that I have someone to lean on, people with experience, people with know-how, and people that have done it before.